At this time, we ask you to stand and remove your headwear for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the Altoona Area High School alma mater. And now, an Altoona band tradition, the Downfield Lion performed with the band's Signet March, Barnum and Bailey's favorite. let's hear some Altoona Mountain Lion spirit as the band plays the Hay Song.
Welcome to Mansion Park for Altoona Area High School Football 2023. I'm Jim Abbott along with Chris Strohmeyer, and we're here to bring you the game between Altoona and Carlisle. Mountain Lions coming into this game have a 3-5 record, and Carlisle has a 1-7 record. Chris, what do we know about Carlisle?
Well, we know that they haven't scored a lot of points recently. They won the first game of the year, have lost 7 straight. Matter of fact, Chambersburg, who Altoona played here a couple weeks ago, beat them 3-0 in a real barn burner. So Carlisle has not put a lot of points on the board, and they've given up quite a bit. So tonight, you would expect the Mountain Lions to have some success running the football. Carlisle likes to throw more than they like to run, and that is kind of one of the weaknesses of the Mountain Lions, covering in the pass department. So we'll see a big strapping left-handed quarterback for Carlisle. So we'll see how the Mountain Lions can defend him tonight.
Well, speaking of quarterbacks, Altoona last week at Central Dauphin debuted sophomore quarterback, came in off the bench, Dante LaRocco, and he has been hurt most of the year. Was 50-50 splits in the summer. He came in and played a little bit last week as the Mountain Lions were competitive with Central Dauphin early, and then Central Dauphin scored 4 or 5 unanswered touchdowns down the end to win that game. And the Mountain Lions come back here tonight And I think we're going to see a lot of what we had seen earlier in the year. And the last time we were here, Braun Mosley, 35 carries, 267 yards, and 3 touchdowns the last time we were here. I think we're going to see a steady diet of Braun tonight, as well as he might hit the 1,000-yard mark tonight, Chris.
Yeah, you would think he would. He's comes in at 126 total carries, 887 yards, and 11 touchdowns on the ground. Pretty impressive season. And there's 2 more games to go. So, and he missed 1 game, well, like a game and a half, actually. So, yeah. So, he would already have probably his 1,000 yards. But he's done a tremendous job for the Mountain Lions, all between the tackles. Very few long runs, a couple, but very few long runs, mostly grinded out 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards at a clip. So, we're going to see a heavy dose of him for sure. And it'll be interesting to see how the young quarterback handles the option game, because that's a staple the Mountain Lions have. And it's very important to read the defense, give at the right time, pitch at the right time, keep at the right time. So we'll see how young LaRocco handles that situation here.
Well, and he will not be starting, but he will be getting some time tonight. And, usually week 7, 8, we now start talking about playoffs. The Mountain Lions are 3-5, but there are only 3 teams in 6A of District 6. And as of this morning, no teams had opted out, which means that there will be some combination in week 11 of Altoona against Mifflin County once again, Chris. And at this point, I believe Mifflin County is a game ahead of Altoona, or at least point-wise ahead of Altoona.
Yeah, they have, of course, against lesser competition, they have 4. Last I saw, they were 4-4, and the Mountain Lions handled them, like literally handled them 35-0 at their place earlier in the year. But it's, you play different competition, you get these points, and these points rack up in the standings, and all of a sudden you're ranked ahead of somebody that you may or may not be better than or worse than or whatever. So that's kind of how this is working out. So the Mountain Lions need to really win these last 2 and see how things fall with Mifflin County, and they may get a home game out of it. But, I wouldn't be surprised if they have to go to Mifflin County again for that first game.
Well, as we come back, we said Carlisle tonight, next week Cumberland Valley. They currently, I believe, are 4-4. So it is a possible game that the Mountain Lions could hang with them and do some things. They are a little bit younger, and they had a nice win last week. There was a couple upsets. State College and Harrisburg was the marquee game, and Harrisburg pretty much handled State College.
Class of 2001.
Yeah, shutout. That was. I did not see that coming at all. I thought Harrisburg had a good chance to win the game, maybe, but not dominate and shut out State College like that.
With a degree in safety and environmental management.
So currently we are looking at the coin toss. And tonight's honorary captain is former Altoona Mountain Lion player Jarrell Jack. Jarrell was earlier in the year, I'm sorry. Ryan Zupon, former Altoona 2001 standout. That was the year the Mountain Lions won the District 6 championship. And Ryan then went on and played for Slippery Rock. And he is local. He stayed local, and he is down in Tyrone. And I believe he is a state police officer. So teams are shaking hands. So we were just handed a note that LaRocco is the starter tonight. Freewall is not dressed. So Dante LaRocco is going to see all of the carries or all of the play from the quarterback position. So this is pretty hard coming in a pretty important game. 8th game of your sophomore season, having only played a couple series, and you're now the starter.
We talked about a couple times this year about how State College and Harrisburg are kind of the class of the division, or the conference. And anything else can happen with any of these other games. Like Altoona beat Chambersburg 2 weeks ago, right? Chambersburg turns around and goes and beats CD East in overtime last week. Altoona lost to CD East. Transitive property does not work in this conference at all. Almost anybody can beat anybody. It all depends on what happens each night. So strap in for probably a pretty good one here tonight, we would imagine.
Before we get the kickoff tonight, I would like to, reach out to one of our fans, a former Mountain Lion player who's now playing at W&J. He listens every Friday night, watches the game on YouTube. That is Nick Hogan. And according to Mom, Nick, not only does Nick watch it, but her parents watch it from Florida. So these YouTube games are fantastic that families can be able to see sons and former friends and everything else play, because they can log in from anywhere around the world. So hello, Nick, and good luck in your next game this weekend.
They can watch from anywhere? That's amazing.
Anyone that has an internet.
This internet thing
That's
is
the
amazing.
key. And it's a short kick, and I don't know if it was intentional, but it does roll out of bounds at about the 28-yard line, but that should put the ball right on the 35-yard line. And again, sophomore Dante LaRocco, number 10, will be leading this offense tonight from the quarterback position. But again, I think it's going to come down to Braun Mosley and the offensive line being able to open up some holes and establish that running game.
Yeah, I don't think he kicked it out of bounds on purpose, but I do think that they do that little short, goofy kick thing all the time because my nephew had said that they worked on kickoff return in that fashion a lot this week. So I think they saw something on tape there. All right, see how the Mountain Lions get going out here. Good field position to start.
LaRocco goes over to the huddle, makes the call. Mountain Lions come out. They're in a tight formation. One wide receiver to the left. That is Corso. Everybody else in tight. Treese goes around behind, and it goes to Mosley, and Mosley breaks a couple tackles and gets out to the 41-yard line.
Braun Mosley on the carry.
That's going to be 6-yard gain, and the Mountain Lions will take that all night.
Yep, just as per script. First play, Mosley for 6 right up the middle. Bruising yards. What we're used to seeing out of Braun.
And again, you'll see some of those running backs. They'll loop back behind in motion because it is part of basically a triple option. Same formation. Tree starts to go. Now here comes the option. LaRocco's going to keep it and maybe get a yard. He had the pitch man to the outside, and that was Amy Ballas, and he could have had some yardage. Again, you said the key to playing quarterback for the Mountain Lions is being able to read what you need to do, pitch or hand off.
Yeah, and generally experience is the key to that, and he doesn't have a lot of it. So we'll see how this pans out tonight.
So a 3rd and 3, same formation. The Mountain Lions always seem to run one fake play and then get the actual call to see what the defense does or moves. There goes Treese. There goes a pitch to Treese. He's trying to get the corner, and he is caught from behind. That is number 1. That is Hargrove, the outside linebacker, defensive end. And he caught Treese. It looked like Treese had an opening to get around, but Treese lost 3 yards on that carry.
Yep. Just Hargrove got in and disrupted the play. Mountain Lions will have to kick it away here early.
So that's a 3 and out. I believe that is Harrington back to kick. Good snap. Nice kick. He pushes the defender back to the 15. He scoots through the Mountain Lions, and he's off to the races. He's getting to the side. Harrington's coming over, try to make the saving push out of bounds. But that is a nice return from number 3, Carson Schwartz. And he runs it into Mountain Lion territory, and they'll take over at the 44-yard line. Yep.
That was a 47-yard kick. And a 40-yard return. So only net 7 yards for the Mountain Lions. That's out kicking your coverage, I believe.
Senior Lucas Smith is the quarterback for Carlisle. And next to him is Chase Bonner. As you said, the big lefty throws over the middle. Nice pass. Again, that's the same player. That's Schwartz. And that's going to be a 15-yard gain.
Intercepted by Carson Schwartz. Tackled by number 3, Julian Hazelwood.
15-16 yard gain.
Yeah, and just settles in the zone, and that's been the nemesis of the Mountain Lions all year. Covering receivers has not worked out very well for the Mountain Lions. They're going to have to make some kind of adjustment here tonight.
Carlisle runs pretty much the same formation that the Mountain Lions do. They are tight and bunched up, and they have one receiver to the far outside. There they hand off the ball up the middle. That goes to Bonner, and he is sort of stacked up. And we're going to give him 1 yard down to the 27.
Chance Bonner on the carry. Ron Mosley with the initial hit.
Carlisle does not huddle. They go to the line of scrimmage. They stand there. The receivers go to where they need to go. Coaches call the play. So Smith will go back. Bonner goes out. Pass over the middle, and wide open is the tight end, number 85, Quentin Barclay.
Smith stayed in there, paid for it, got drilled by Vukovic, and I think it was Harrington in there, but completed that pass. Great pass to Barclay. Nobody covering him. And Mountain Lions are down 6-0, just like that.
So the Mountain Lions come out, go 3 and out, and Carlisle in 3 plays, 2 passes for 43 yards and a 1 yard run, but it was enough. Here's the point after.
And the kick is good.
What number was that? Was
it James Milari?
18?
Thundering Herd take the lead 7-0.
We'll have to check on that the next time out. He's probably the kicker also. So at this point, what do the Mountain Lions need to do? We're 8:22 left first quarter, and Carlisle stops them on a 3 and out and drives for a 40-yard touchdown overall.
3 plays. Long punt return, 3 plays. Yeah, you have to make it a little tougher on your opponent than that. That's for sure. So the Mountain Lions get off to a terrible start here. And we'll see what Carlisle likes to do with this funky kickoff. That was James Milari, number 48. That's who made the extra point. James Milari. There, they just squib it.
And the Mountain Lions run up and down it at the 29-yard line.
Vukovic just got it, like knocked it down, and Colin Height just come in and dove on it at the 30.
Colin Height covers that kick, and the Mountain Lions will start out. First and 10 at the 29.
So the Mountain Lions will come out for their second possession. Again, they are in a quick hole here as Carlisle was able to stop the Mountain Lions on a 3 and out and then turn it around and drive the length of from midfield. Nice pass over the middle, touchdown to the tight end. It's 7-0. Hand off to Mosley again. This time the Mills, not as much room, no open space, but he's going to push out and get 3 yards out to the 32.
Ron Mosley, Nathan Carruthers on the stop.
We always say if you get 3 at a clip,
3 second down and
get you
7.
4th and 1, and you get another 3, first down. You'd like a little bit more, but you need to move that ball forward. So the Mountain Lions come out of the huddle. Tight formation once again. Here goes Treese around the end. He's got an opening. How far can he outrun coverage? He goes about 20 yards. So it ends up being a 32-yard. That was from the 32, so we'll give him 25.
25, yeah, it's Amy Ballas on that one. And I like that little bit of misdirection. We haven't seen them do that a whole lot.
So the Mountain Lions come across midfield. Their first down of the evening, courtesy of Treese on the reverse. Mountain Lions are still staying in that double tight, double wing formation. Mosley up the middle, and he gets a big push, and he's going to go for 8 yards. That time the offensive line got a lot of push against the front of Carlisle. So we're now at 2nd and 2.
And this is more like what we expected to see out of the Mountain Lions and Mosley.
Time you got twins to the right, you got an overload to the right, everybody's to the right, so Mosley's coming right. And he breaks off the off tackle and gets down to the 30, then we'll move him to the 28. So we're going to give him 7 yards and another first.
Yeah, that was well designed, completely blocked up on the end. Mosley kind of hesitated and looked to cut back in. If he'd have just kept running to the sideline, he probably would have had 5, 7, 8 more.
Well, that's that formation the Mountain Lions like to do. They put everybody on one side of the ball. And as I say that, we have that type of formation now, so I think you're going to see the same thing to the left side. There's Mosley going left. He runs right down, and he's going to pick up another 5.
Yeah, I mean, but when I've heard offensive coordinators in the past say when something's working, run it again, but do it on the other side. That's exactly what Coach Camberg called right there. Do the same thing on the other side. Make them stop it.
Well, again, that's a formation you can almost see. There's 2 guys on one side of the ball and 5 or 6 on the other side. Now this is back to the balanced formation. You got the 1 receiver to the left. There's motion around behind, handoff, and they just keep giving it to Mosley. He's going to get down to the 20, so he'll get 3, and we're going to go at a 3rd and 2. So the Mountain Lions right at the edge of the Sheets red zone. Is that what we're calling it here?
Yeah. Not quite in it yet.
We're right at the edge. We're knocking. And we're back to the overloaded left formation. And
they draw him offside.
Number 55, Josh Smith, a 9th grader, jumps off, and it's going to give the Mountain Lions a 1st and 10 at the 15.
And he promptly gets taken out of the game. Now the Mountain Lions enter the Sheets red zone.
So 4:25 to go, first quarter. The Mountain Lions looking to answer Carlisle's touchdown with one of their own. Real tight formation. Everybody's within 5 yards of the ball on offense and defense. Give it to Mosley. He cuts through. He breaks to the outside. He's going to go inside the 10 to about the 9.
You know, the ironic thing about that is he ran over number 2. That's Giovanni Mosley. Mosley pummeled Mosley on that one.
Yeah.
So you'll take that every time. I wouldn't change a thing. Make them stop it.
So once again, you have Corso wide to the left, everybody else in tight. And there's the handoff to Mosley. He's inside the 5, inside the 2, and he gets knocked back. So he's going to get down to the 2, a 7-yard gain.
But that's a first down.
And here's a first down. 1st and goal from the 2. So the Mountain Lions have answered well. Started with that big reverse by Treese. And ever since that, it's been all Braun Mosley. And he's gone the other 45 yards. He just wants the last 2 now. Corso outside the numbers to the left. Hand off to Mosley. He's into the end zone. Altoona Mountain Lion touchdown. Makes the score 7-6.
Every play but one went to Mosley. Results in Mosley's 12th touchdown on the ground of the year. Mountain Lions an extra point away from tying this thing up.
So 2:53 to go, first quarter. And the Mountain Lions looking to tie it up with a Harrington kick. There's a snap. It's down. Harrington's kick is up, and it is good. No. That was wide right.
Missed it.
And the kick is out good. The score remains at Carlisle 7.
So currently it is 7-6 in favor of Carlisle as that kick sailed wide right. So, question for the defense now, Chris, is what do you do to shut down? Both passes were like sort of tight end pop passes right over the middle. What can you do from your side?
Well, I mean, you have to, like, the second one was kind of an all-out blitz, and that was just the response to the blitz. The first one was just soft, passive zone that, you know, when somebody comes in your area, you still have to play them. And a lot of times the Mountain Lions do their drops, they get in that zone, and they're like, okay, I'm good. You still got to actually guard people that are in your area. And so they're going to have to do a better job of that. You might see some more blitzing, try to get to the quarterback. I think that was part of the game plan coming in. Let's get to the quarterback and make him, you know, pay for some of these and make him do something, throw the ball earlier than he wants to. So we'll see how this goes. It's definitely the Achilles heel of the Mountain Lions, this pass defense, and Carlisle does like to throw the ball.
That kick is deep and in the end zone, 3-4 yards.
Kick carries to the end zone and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Aren't high school kids confounding? He can't kick the ball straight for an extra point, but he can blast it 68 yards in the air straight, right into the end zone. Like, it's crazy. High school football, they're kids. We got to remember that at times, and it's exactly what happens.
Sometimes we, like at the pro level last week, we saw it with the 49ers and the Eagles.
It's true.
So it happens at all levels. So once again, that tight formation. Smith is under waiting for the shotgun, and there looks like a handoff. The handoff goes, and it's not going anywhere. The Mountain Lion defense up front. Bonner gets basically back to the line of scrimmage.
That is, you know, from what I saw a little bit on film, that is clearly not the strength of Carlisle. Running the football, getting a push on offense is not their thing. So and they haven't had a lot of success, you know, the last couple games. They scored only 8 last week against Cumberland Valley, a late touchdown. So, like, you know, but it's been through the air.
They're going to give it to Bonner again, and he's going to get through and get up to about the 28. Maybe we'll give him the 29-yard line. So that little draw worked well.
Stop at number 3, Julian Hazelwood.
And you got 3rd and 1. Carlisle will come out in a spread formation. They got stacked receivers on the right, stacked receivers on the left. And there's a handoff, and Bonner breaks through the first line and gets up to the 30. They're going to give him 36. That's another gain of 7. In 2 straight plays, Bonner has run the ball 9 and 7 yards.
7 on the play.
Trips again, this time now to the right. Mountain Lion defense trying to move around to get set up correctly. So with the receivers to the outside, they're trying to get less people up the middle. Here goes Bonner to the outside. You know it's a pass. It's short over the middle, and it is caught. But that's only about a 4-yard gain, or they're going to give him out to almost the 40. We're going to say officially the 39. That was number 1.
Logan Wilkovich on the stop. Stay at 4.
And it's 2nd and 6. This time they're bunched up again. This was it. They threw the touchdown out of this formation. One guy sweeps out, one goes straight down the middle, the other guy flares. But they're going to fake the Bonner, come up over the top, and it's just overthrown by Smith as he had his receiver Hargrove out there. He just threw it over his head.
And that's kind of their answer to the option, what the Mountain Lions do with the option. That's just a modern-day version of it. They kind of give that fake handoff there, and they kind of rule him out. He could keep it if he wants to. He throws it out to that almost like a pitch guy, but it's a forward pass.
Here's a trip formation again. 3rd and 6. And here comes quick pass over the middle. There's number 3. He's going to go the distance.
Big missed tackle.
That's going to be a 60-yard touchdown for number 3, Carson Swartz.
Touchdown, number 3, Carson Swartz.
And the Mountain Lions were again in an all-out blitz.
60-yard
Did not get
Smith
enough time
stayed
to
in
get
there.
there, and Schwartz picked it up.
Smith stayed in there, delivered the ball. And the thing is the Mountain Lions were in good defensive position on that. Branson Adams just absolutely whiffed on the tackle. Like, what can you do? They were in good position at that time. Like, there's no Schwartz was heavily covered. He was right there. It was going to be a first down. It was a good play on their part. But that shouldn't have went 60 yards for a touchdown. You got to make that tackle.
And the kick is up, and it is no good.
It's no
And
good.
that kick is no good. The score remains at
So it is 13-7, 40 seconds to go here in the first period. And Carlisle walked right back down the field. They had a couple big runs to get the first down. And then, again, it goes as a 60-yard touchdown, but it was about a 6-yard pass over the middle. And that's where we sit right now, 40 seconds to go.
And to Smith's credit, he stayed in there, delivered the pass, and got drilled again. That's the second time he's done that. And Schwartz just, ran a little button hook kind of thing, just right in front of the zone. Perfect play for Chambersburg to get the first down, and they did. But then it turned 60 yards. You just can't let that happen. That's a hey, I'm just taking the first down kind of play. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm just going to keep going.
And that's one of the things that have hurt the Mountain Lions in the past is those big plays.
Right.
You can live with a 15, 20-yard. And, again, ball's kicked out of bounds. Mountain Lions will start at the 35. So they obviously do not want to kick deep. They don't have faith in their coverage. They kicked 2 of the 3 out of bounds.
Start things out at the 35-yard line.
Do the Mountain Lions have it in them again to answer? You want to get in the playoffs. You want to have a home game. You've got to step up now and answer again.
It appears that they may have to outscore Carlisle.
Which coming in, we didn't think that was going to be the case.
We didn't think that was going to be the case. I mean, just a couple weeks ago, Chambersburg and Carlisle played a 3-0 game. We can't emphasize that. It is a topsy-turvy league, I'm telling you.
Hand off again to Mosley. He's able to push up to the 30. They're walking it back to the 38. And that should be the last play of the first quarter. As the clock is rolling, it's under 30 seconds. Don't know if the Mountain Lions will
Ron Mosley
line up for one last play, or are they going to wait? LaRocco's in the huddle, calling a play. They do come out 13 seconds. We're down to 5. Are they going to get a snap off? They do. The ball comes around off end and cut up the middle.
It's the same play with Amy Ballas again.
So this last one went to Treese. That one went to Ballas. He's going to get 6 yards.
Mason.
And we are at the end of the first quarter. Score right now is the Thundering Herd of Carlisle 13, the Mountain Lions 6.
13-6 Carlisle.
So we haven't seen LaRocco put the ball in the air at all yet. And that's kind of like he has thrown a nice ball at times over the summer. Realize it's summer, it's 7-on-7. It's completely different than the actual game here. But we'll see what happens when he actually throws the ball a little bit. But they haven't needed to really. On offense, they've been fine. That first 3 and out was he tried to keep it once. They made a nice play, and then they tried to kind of pitch it around, and they got penetration in the backfield. Since then, they're like, no, we'll just ride Mosley, and he's done a good job with it. So,
well, you have a third and about 6 inches when we come back from the quarter. Mountain Lions are talking on the sideline. Carlisle's comes out and is setting up over the ball. So you need that 6-inch play here to make sure that you can keep your drive going. So the Mountain Lions will break the huddle. Everybody is in tight. There is no receivers to the outside. Mosley gets a pitch. And good clear hole. He gets to the 50 before getting touched, and he gets down to the 48.
that's interesting. You don't see a toss play on
No.
3rd and inches very often. And it wasn't, you hate the toss play is typically designed to go outside, right? That was an off-tackle toss. Like it was designed to just power off tackle there.
Well, we might see more carries tonight out of Mosley than we saw a couple weeks ago. That was 35. He had 11 in the first quarter.
Wow.
We're in that same formation this time. The right. Here's another pitch. And he breaks it all the way down to the 41. So there's going to be another gain of 7. And as you said, coaches usually get into, if it's working, we're going to stay with it.
Yeah.
So the last 2 plays were pitch plays to Mosley. This time you got everybody to the left.
Look at the oh, that was
the same play. This time everybody came through.
The wing back is big number 55.
Ron Mosley, initial hit by number 55, Josh Smith. Loss of 2.
Big number 55, Deron Jones, was like the wing back on that. He was going to be the lead blocker. 200 and what's he listed at? 320. He's listed as 6'1", 320. He was going to be your lead blocker, but inside the line kind of failed a little bit. And
well, now you got a 3rd and 5 situation because you went backwards on that play. There's a pitch around to Amy Ballas. Gets back to the line of scrimmage in a one-on-one tackle. That was a nice tackle.
No block out there. They had the man out there. It should have been blocked up. Nobody touched them. Whiffed on the block.
Loss of 2 on the play.
So Mountain Lions lose 2.
4th and 7.
And Mountain Lions are forced to punt. 9:53 to go, second quarter. Carlisle out in front, 13-6. Mountain Lions are forced to punt. No rush at all. And that was a risky catch as the receiver came up and slid on his knees and then caught the ball at the 15.
And that was Giovanni Mosley back there. I mean, they had Carson Swartz back the last time he returned to 40 yards. You sit down. We'll try another guy. Interesting, but Mosley's back there this time.
I'm sure a couple of the coaches marked that there was no rush at all, that you could end up seeing a fake later on. There's a handoff to Bonner. He's backed up. So he goes backwards from the 15 to the 12. So good defense to start. -3. And we're 2nd and 13. Mountain Lions need to stop the passing game tonight.
Yeah, number 5, Logan Wukovich is back in there again. Penetration in the backfield. First of many Mountain Lions stopping Bonner on that play.
So far, Smith is 4 of 5 for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's a pretty good start.
Smith goes back, set up for a screen, and
that's intentional grounding.
But it's not being called. It didn't make the line of scrimmage.
Did not make the line of scrimmage. There was nobody. And there's
the flag dropped.
And that's going to put the ball. I think it's in high school. I don't know if it's a spot foul. So it must be half the distance.
No, it's spot foul. They're going back to the 2.
Yeah.
They're going back to the 1.
Yeah, because if you do that in the end zone, it's a safety, right? Yeah, so it's a spot foul. That's exactly right. And lost it down. So this is going to be 3rd and a mile.
3rd and 24 from the 1. The key for Carlisle is they've got to make sure that they don't give up a safety. Mountain Lions need to make sure they don't give up a 99-yard touchdown pass.
And I hate to say it, but the 99-yard touchdown is probably more likely than the safety at this point. The way the Mountain Lions have got off to start playing the pass this game.
Smith is just going to try to run it out, and he barely gets out. He got 2 yards.
Wesley Bumgarner on the sack.
The Mountain Lions will get the ball back, and they should have good field position. We have not seen the punter yet, as he will be kicking from basically his own end line. The ball's at the 3. Usually you like 15 yards. And one key here, kicker's got to make sure he does not step back off the snap, or you could see a safety.
Right. I think it's number 50. He's like far away. I had to get my binoculars out. Number 50.
And there it is. It's snapped out of the end zone.
Snapped out of the end zone.
Through the receiver's hands or the punter's hands, and that will be a safety.
And if you can't make extra points, I guess you just get a safety to make up for it, right? So now you're good. So it's 13-8, which is, of course, the score that everybody predicts is going to happen.
8's not too common.
Yeah.
So the Mountain Lions will get the ball back. It will be kicked from, I believe, the 20.
Yeah, it should be put into play at the 20, and we'll see what they do. They've been kind of goofy with their kicks. You could do an onside type of, not that they've been really trying onside, but they're kind of guarding against the return. But they're also, what they're trying to do is have the Mountain Lions fumble it a little bit and have them jump on it, at least put pressure on them.
Well, this afternoon we had rain, and now we just have some more rain starting up. As you look up to the lights, you can see that the rain is starting to come down, which will change ball conditions.
Now you have the option of punting or putting the tee down, and they're going to bring the kicker out. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't kind of just do the same thing he did before.
This one he just squibs down the middle, and it's going to keep going. It's picked up at the 35. They'll run it up 45, out almost to the 50. And I believe, was that number 6? Was that Colin Height?
Colin Height, yeah.
So he'll run it up to the 48. They're going to give him the 49-yard line. The Mountain Lions will start 1st and 10 at the 49, looking to get into Carlisle territory. So last drive was going well until the one play was blown up. Mosley was running clips of 7 and 8. Then there was a -2, and then on the little reverse, Amy Ballas got tackled for another loss, and they were forced to punt. So again, tight formation. Turn and hand to Mosley. He gets grabbed right away, breaks that, and then just keeps leaning and driving forward. We're going to give him 5 down to the 46.
Yeah, that was a well-earned 5. Huge penetration there, I think, by number 32.
Mosley.
Jackson Algier.
Did he come off the line, or was he a blitzing backer?
He was a backer, I think.
Data 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, he makes the play there. Didn't make the play. They took him out.
Or maybe it was 33. It was 32 or 33. I'm going to go 32. He's the senior.
Okay. So 2nd and 5. And there's a quick handoff right up the middle to Mosley, and he's going to get down within a yard. So we're going to give him 4. But that one was a quick handoff as LaRocco was up under center, and Mosley was a little closer to him than he normally is. So we're going to have 3rd and a yard. They need to get to the 41. It's sitting about the 41.5. Again, another tight formation. LaRocco goes under center, and he will just take a quarterback sneak up the middle and get to the 40. So that will be a 1st down.
Dante LaRocco, quarterback keeper.
Got kind of bounced around quite a bit after that.
We'll give him 2, so that makes it a 1st and 10 down to the 40.
I think Braun was like, give me the ball. You got to share, Braun.
Well, currently Mosley has 15 carries, 72 yards.
So I think they have been giving him the ball, actually.
Yeah, I think just a little. He's run 15 of 18 plays, so. And they do decide to give it to him. He pushes through, breaks one tackle, gets to the 35, tries to keep pushing and gets knocked down, so he'll get 5. He keeps breaking that initial tackle pretty much right at the line of scrimmage, and then picks up another 5 yards down to the 35. 5:44 to go in the second. Mountain Lions are trailing 13-8 at this point.
touchdown, missed extra point, and a safety. That's how you arrive at 8.
And a touchdown with an extra point, a touchdown with a missed extra point is how you get to 13.
Yep.
Mosley going to the right. This time he breaks through down into the 20s, and he's going to get another 7 yards or 8 yards. We'll give him, well, they're going to mark it at the 29, so we'll give him 6.
This is another first down, Mountain Lions.
6 and a first down.
So the Mountain Lions are doing well. They're driving. They're looking to take the lead. If they would drive it in the end zone, they will take a 14-13 lead and probably go for 2.
5 minutes left in the half. They're on the 29. My prediction is Mosley is going to end up scoring and going over 100 yards here on this drive.
Okay.
You'll see.
Let's see what happens. There's Mosley. There he keeps moving. He gets another. We're going to give him 4. 5 down to the 24. I'll let you know when we hit the 100.
I mean, honestly, they can't stop it. They know it's coming and can't stop it. Why would you do anything different, right? I mean, until they make you do something different, that's what you keep doing.
What does he need for the 1,000?
He needed
123.
113.
Okay.
He had 887, so 113 he needs for 1,000. The rain's starting to come a little bit heavier. I see more umbrellas out there now.
Oh, and this one goes around the side, and it's going nowhere. As the Mountain Lions try to go side to side, they have not been getting anything. And that was
Branson
Adams. He went sideways and backwards. And he lost 5.
Yep.
So we're back to that 3rd and 10.
Third down. And 9.
So anytime the Mountain Lions have gone side to side, with the exception of that 25-yard run by Treese, it's been blown up. So the Mountain Lions still in a tight formation. There goes Adams. There's the fake. And LaRocco keeps it and got down to about the 23, and then he took a pretty hard hit. So on 4th and 4 at this point, 3:28, are you going to go for it? And it looks like the Mountain Lions are.
Yeah, you have to go for it at this point.
So the ball's at the 23. 4th and 4 after LaRocco gets a 6-yard run.
LaRocco's limping a little bit.
And that's not what you want to see,
At the 23.
as Freewall is not dressed tonight.
It would be Connor Pike. That would be who's next.
So on a 4th and 4, the Mountain Lions were hoping for a jump. They need to get to the 19. And there's a penalty. Was that time? Clock. So the Mountain Lions were faking.
Offside. Yep, they got the offside.
They got the jump.
They got the jump.
Wow. 4th and 5, or 4th and 4, you get a penalty to get the first down. It's 2:47 to go.
Wow.
Now the ball's at the 23, and now they mark it at the 19.
Into the Chiefs red zone.
They're going to adjust it now. You are right.
Yep.
There's no such thing as a 4-yard penalty in the middle of the field. So they fixed that. Now, you tried something different. Go back to your horse, right?
Would be nice.
And they got Deron Jones as big wing back on the left side there. Huge hole.
Mosley pushes himself down to the 5-yard line, so that's a gain of, they're going to put it to 6.
Big
Gain
number
of 12.
55 cleared people out on that one.
Well, Chris, I will tell you that was exactly 100 yards. 19 carries, 100 yards so far for Mosley. So he needs 6 more to get a touchdown here to make your prediction come true.
It reminds me of Refrigerator Perry out there. Put the 300-pound guy in the backfield and just plow ahead.
The question is, are they going to give him the ball?
No, he's just out there to block. He's out there, the big old wing back.
Well, you got an overload left. Mosley gets a pitch left. He cuts it back through the middle, and he's going to get down to about the 4. We'll give him 2.
Ron Mosley on the carry.
Well, the Mountain Lions will be kicking off to start the second half.
Somebody called timeout. Carlisle called timeout.
Takes their first timeout. So 1:11 to go in the first half. The Mountain Lions are at the 4, trying to take the lead. They have not been in the lead tonight as Carlisle came out. 2 quick touchdowns. But the Mountain Lions bounced back with a nice long drive and a Mosley touchdown. And then they pinned Carlisle deep, and the snap went over the head of the punter, so that was a safety. So that's where we stand at the 13-8.
This is what the Mountain Lions can do when they're at their best. Carlisle has run 3 plays in the second quarter, right?
They are working with our band.
I believe so.
They scored their 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Yep.
Their only possession was 3 plays down there. They went backwards, got a safety, and the Mountain Lions have had the ball ever since. There's a minute 11 left. So, like, this is exactly, I mean, you know, other than a turnover, the defense can't score for you. So when the defense is on the field, they can't be scoring against you. This is exactly why the Mountain Lions run the offense that they run, and when they run it to perfection, it's extremely effective.
Yeah, this quarter, the Mountain Lions have 17 plays to 3 of Carlisle's. Well, the Mountain Lions will jog back out. This time they have twins to the left. They're trying to loosen up the defense a little bit. 2nd and goal from the 3. Mosley dives up the middle, keeps pushing, and he will fall down at the 1. So he gets
Mosley.
another 2 yards.
Chance, Bonner.
And we're going to be at a 3rd. Right, we're at 3rd and
3rd down
and goal.
And goal, like, from the 1.
And a timeout once again.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:02.
Clock will be reset.
5 seconds.
Wow. Well, while we have this break, we want to take the action to thank the MLTV crew that's bringing you this game tonight. These are students of the broadcasting program at the high school. They enjoy coming out and bringing some of these events to you. They don't only do these events, they do other sporting events and other events throughout the area. They also do some things for Fox TV8. The Rich DeLeo sports talk show is filmed at Mountain Lion Television. Tonight's crew that's bringing this game to you is Caleb Gibson, Eli Ebersol, Laney Wilt, Mason Dale, Elena Snyder, Megan Kelly, and Adeline Himmelwright. So they're the people bringing you the game tonight. And again, you know, the rain held off till about 5 minutes to go in the half. And it is coming down pretty good. You can see it in the lights. If you look off to the side, there's puddles forming on the track. 3rd and 1 at the 1. Mountain Lions in that tight formation again with 1 receiver to the left. Carlisle's bringing everyone. Mosley goes off and up and over and into the end zone.
Airborne.
Looked a little bit like Superman there, the way he was flying. He did not have any contact. He just flew right over the line of scrimmage and into the end zone. So with 59 seconds left, Altoona will take the lead. And are they going to go for 1 or 2? They're up 1.
They're going to kick it.
They're going to kick here. And Mountain Lions have 3 timeouts.
Somebody.
Go ahead and take it. You want to make sure that this is set up right. You only have 10 seconds left here, but now they're going to just go ahead, snap the ball. It's a little bit short. That time Harrington kicks it up, and that one is good.
That one's
Okay,
good.
Harrington kick is good. Altoona takes the lead.
So it is now 15 to 13.
So, and that's why Carlisle calls timeouts. They get the ball back here with 59 seconds left with 1 timeout in their pocket. They've scored pretty quick already tonight, so they're looking to score again here. Put the ball in the air and score again.
Well, they've got a few seconds left, and then they do get the ball coming out of the break. So, first quarter mainly was Carlisle. Second quarter has been all Altoona. Mosley currently has 106 yards on 22 carries in the first half, and he is at 993. So he needs 7 more yards to break 1,000 for the year. And you said that was his, what, 13th touchdown this year?
Yeah, he came in with 11. Yeah, so that's his 13th on the ground. He also has one. He has a receiving touchdown too.
Well, the kick is down to about the 5. Carlisle will bring it up the left-hand side. Gets through the first wave, but gets pushed out of bounds and knocked down about the 30. But one of the officials is running back. There is a flag at the 21-yard line. So 53 seconds. If that flag is a block in the back, it's going to take it down to about the 10 or 11-yard line.
Which is probably what it is, or a hold. Usually a block in the back or a hold. It's rare that it's anything else on a return like that.
And our official's going to tell us.
First foul. Illegal block below the waist, number 28 from the kicking team. Should be 15 yards from the
Wow,
run.
that's rare. That's rare. Illegal block below the waist.
On the defense.
Yeah, you can't go into somebody below the waist.
Well,
I'm not sure why you would want to do that, but
that brings the ball out to about the 47-yard line. So Carlisle with 53 seconds, they have the ability to score quick.
now where you see that is like an interception return. You get like this small defensive back trying to block like a big lineman. But why would you do that on a kickoff? I have no idea.
Smith looking over the middle. He hits his receiver, number 1. He's going to pick up a first down right at the gain of 10.
Clock starts right away after it's set.
Back here, Davis on the stop. Elijah Hargrove with the reception.
No, the clock is running down to 35.
Reception, first down.
With a team that doesn't have much clock left, they took a long time to get it off. It's 26 down to 25. They fake the handoff. Smith is going to roll, turn, and the Mountain Lions are after him. He's just going to throw the ball out of bounds. So 18 seconds. Smith was not able to find an open receiver as the Mountain Lions seem to be in like a nickel coverage.
Yeah, they started that. The ball was set. He started it at 42 seconds. There's now 18. They ran one play. That was not a good use of the time there by Carlisle at all.
And they do still have one timeout. I think they're trying to keep that for something.
And they just took it with the clock stopped. Not a good use of the clock at all.
Well, the Mountain Lions once again will come over and talk about it.
It's our third time out of the first half.
So hopefully the Mountain Lions will get an advantage out of that of some fashion here. And don't give up this big play.
Well, if there's a sack or a completion of less than 10 yards, the clock will probably run out before Carlisle can reset.
Yeah, 'cause they don't have a timeout.
If they get a first down over 10 yards, they'll probably be able to get one more play off. Unless they get some short, quick passes out of bounds.
And I'm just wondering if the coach is out there complaining to the referee about how quick he started to clock after the first down. But he's been doing it all game. And some referees do it a little bit more quicker than others. I've noticed, as a person who used to run the clock, still do, that he does it very quickly. And he did it right there. And that's kind of like that caught Carlisle by surprise. They had no time to really set themselves. They were trying to signal plays in. They were bringing guys side to side, didn't know which side to line up on. That cost them a lot of time. That really did cost them a lot of time. Then they call a timeout with the clock stopped. Not good use of their timeout. So hopefully they don't come out here and score anyway.
Mountain Lions should call timeout because there's the snap. And again, he just throws it out of bounds because he knew he was going to be sacked.
Now it's third down. So if they don't get the first down, they can't clock it.
That was Davis coming around the end.
So you have to throw this past the sticks if you're Smith. Otherwise, it's over. You can't clock the ball.
Smith steps back. Decent protection. He steps up into it, and Davis is on his legs, and he throws the ball sideways out of bounds.
That's either a sack or intentional grounding again.
And Davis is down. Or not Davis. Smith is down. Davis was down around his legs.
That's either a sack or intentional grounding. There is nobody out there. It did not go past the line of scrimmage, or you call him down, and the half's over.
So here's the other thing. player's hurt.
Yeah, there's
no
intentional
timeout.
grounding.
Oh, then
It's intentional grounding.
Turn to play. Intentional grounding. Number 11. Was outside the tackle box. No eligible receiver. The ball did not make the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of down. 4th down.
So they do get one more play out of it.
but unintentional grounding, doesn't the clock start?
But it depends on the previous, like what happened. So that was an incomplete pass. So that stops the clock.
That actually was a better for them if he takes the sack. Half's over.
Right. It's better for
And actually,
Altoona,
he was hurt. He should be out of the game for one play.
Right. It all depends on if they really noticed or not. He did kind of get up and was okay, but
They're looking for the screen, and it is caught.
they got to make a tackle. That's all.
And there's the tackle. And that's the end of the half. That screen goes for 8 yards to Bonner, but that's it. And the half ends. Mountain Lions out in front, 15-13. So a game that looked early, Mountain Lions were in some trouble on two big pass plays to get a 13-0 lead, or 13 points for Carlisle. Mountain Lions put a long run and drive in between. Mosley scored. Then in the next series, the Mountain Lions got stopped, punted, and pinned them back deep. Next thing you know, the Thundering Herd were forced to punt, and Mountain Lions got a safety on a snap out of the end zone. From there, Mountain Lions took the drive, went the whole distance, scored, and took the lead, 15-13 at half. We'll be back at the end of the half to recap some stats from the first half and discuss the second.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the Altoona Area High School Marching Band under the direction of Drum Major Aaliyah McGee. The Majorettes are led by Captain Jaden Palladini, assisted by Co-Captain Kiera McKee. The Silks are led by Captain Michaela Edders, assisted by Co-Captain Ashley Carini. The feature Majorette is Addison McDonald. This year's marching band theme is Broadway. Tonight's show will begin with On My Own and Can You Hear the People Sing from the musical Les Mis. is our distinct pleasure this evening to introduce to you Mr. George Schwartz. Joining Mr. Schwartz this evening is Ronnie Walls. Mr. Schwartz left Altoona Area High School in February of 1968 during his senior year to join the U.S. Army. Mr. Schwartz served in the Infantry Division, reaching the rank of Specialist 4. His service included one tour of duty in Vietnam. As part of the Altoona Area School District's participation in Operation Recognition, the Altoona Area School Board of Directors is proud to recognize Mr. Schwartz with an honorary Altoona Area High School diploma. Please draw your attention to midfield, where Principal of the Altoona Area High School, Mr. Andrew Neely, will present Mr. Schwartz with an Altoona Area High School diploma.
In accordance with the Altoona Area High School District Policy in Section 1611 of Pennsylvania Act 14 of 1949, it is my distinct pleasure and honor as principal of the Altoona Area High School to award this honorary Altoona Area High School diploma to Mr. George Ross Schwartz. The Altoona Area School District and the Altoona Area community thank you for your service and your sacrifice. We wish you all the best.
The band closes tonight's halftime show with Phantom of the Opera. marching band, majorettes, and silk. And now, on Altoona. Music staff assistant Brandon Kunder, student teacher Kara Gould, feature majorette advisor Mackenzie Detweiler, majorette advisor Kelly Detweiler, silk advisor Lisa Moore, percussion instructor Mike Baker, band assistant Drew Yingling, and band director Larry Detweiler.
to Mansion Park, Altoona area football. Mountain Lions out in front 15-13 over the Thundering Herd of Carlisle. We're getting ready for the second half here. So far the first half has been about a run game and a passing game. For the Mountain Lions, the run game basically comes down to Mosley. Bron Mosley has 2 touchdowns and 22 carries, 106 yards in the first half. And then on the other side, the quarterback from Carlisle has 117 yards on 5 for 8 passing. And actually, he has the big thing against him. He does have the 2 touchdown passes, but he has 2 just basically getting rid of the ball, throwing it. And you know, the Mountain Lions, second quarter took over. They were able to take the lead, and we're sitting at that 15-13 score. And just for everybody's interest, the Billborn Power Index has the Mountain Lions tonight favored by, Chris?
I didn't look. By 2.
And that's where we currently are, Altoona by 2. It's amazing at how he takes some things. He always seems to be in the ballpark or right about his calls. Looking around the mid-pen, an interesting game for the Mountain Lions because next week we play Cumberland Valley. Currently tonight they are in State College, and they are leading going into half 10-7.
Yeah, that's interesting. What happened to State College, you wonder? I mean, I don't know. Cumberland Valley has improved, though. You can see with the scores week after week that they've improved. But, you know, State College did not score last week against Harrisburg, and now they're down 10-7. That is really a shocker. There is a half to go. We'll see how that goes. But that would definitely be a shocker. Not good news for the Mountain Lions next week. A team coming off a win like that with that huge amount of momentum.
So, looking at the second half, Chris, if you're the Thundering Herd, what's your game plan? What are you going to do?
Well, I mean, you're going to find a way to protect your quarterback and throw the football. Because the only way the Mountain Lions have stopped them is getting to the quarterback and pressuring him. A couple sacks, couple forced intentional groundings, as you mentioned. Get him off his game. When he was able to stand in there in the first quarter, he just picked them apart, and he's done a good job of that. Now, he did come up a little gimpy there at the end of the half. We'll see if that affects him at all. But Lucas Smith is definitely the reason that Carlisle's even on the board here at all in this first quarter. So, you know, the Mountain Lions are just going to blitz. I mean, what else? What can you do? You can't sit back. You see what happens when they sit back. So they're just going to come and bring pressure, and Carlisle have to run a little bit to keep them honest. But you're going to probably see a lot of that passing game here in the second half.
So looking at the Mountain Lions, a rookie quarterback really had only played 1 series. I think he was 0 for 2 passing last week, or 1 for 2 passing. He has not. Dante LaRocco has not thrown a pass here in the first half. So the question is, if the Mountain Lions fall behind, are they going to be able to throw and get some things? So far, they have a total of 30 plays, all running plays.
Yeah, they haven't needed to throw the ball, and their style lends itself to not throwing much. And you throw the combination of a young quarterback in there. I think that's part of the game plan. I have seen him throw the ball. He can throw the football. He spins it decently, honestly. But he has no experience, and that's the key. You can throw it really well to the other team sometimes, and that's not what the Mountain Lions want to do. So as long as they're continuing to move the ball on the ground, you're probably going to see that, or if they fall behind by a lot, which I don't anticipate that either. So critical to get a stop here for the Mountain Lions to start this second half.
Harrington's kick goes back and lands right at the end zone and rolls out of the end zone. So Carlisle will take over, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. And again, on the offensive side, Carlisle's going to look to rely on Smith in the passing game. And when he throws the ball, he throws it to Schwartz, his running back Bonner. He throws it out to Hargrove. He has 4 different receivers right now that has caught a pass from him. So trips, Schwartz comes across in motion, and they pitch it to Schwartz. He's trying to get around to the outside. The Mountain Lions are close and do make a tackle. He's able to cut it up for 2, but that is it.
And that's that stupid little forward toss play that is like officially a pass, but essentially it's an end around. And they try to create some space and some misdirection with that. The Mountain Lions did not fall for it at all. 2-yard gain there on that play, modest 2-yard gain.
So this time it's given to Bonner.
They faked that, and then they give a little inside handoff on that one.
And it looked like Bonner and Smith collided a little bit, and Bonner had trouble getting the ball, but when he did, he gained, we're going to give him a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 right away here in this first series.
And here's the disadvantage of the hurry-up offense, so to speak. If they go 3 and out like really quick right here, I mean, it's a huge victory for the Mountain Lions.
And they fake it. Harrington blitzes, and there's the pass over the middle. That one is to the tight end. And the tight end is able to pick up a first down. That's one of the touchdowns was to Barclay, and he there gets a 12-yard gain.
Reception, Quentin Barkley.
Yeah, that was a tremendous pass in heavy traffic. And that play was just stymied. Bonner got the handoff. Boost got in the backfield quickly and just got a hold of some jersey to slow him up. Great play by Evan Boost on that one.
And we'll give him 2, so 2nd and 8. 2 receivers coming out wide. Both ways, they're stacked. Mountain Lions have 1 man in coverage. And there's a quick pass to the outside. This one, I think, is Schwartz. And he gets brought down. We'll give him out to the 38, so a 6-yard gain.
Carter Schwartz, hit by Julian Hazelwood.
And Hazelwood makes the tackle there. This time, all the receivers, everybody's over to the left. 3rd and 2. And hand off to Bonner. He breaks around the outside, cuts up, and gets right to the 40. So he will get the first down.
Just got the first down, and M.J. Harrington was in there. Just couldn't get his hands on Bonner. Good anticipation, good penetration, just couldn't bring Bonner down. Just enough for the first down for Carlisle.
You have trips to the right. Tight end is to the left a little bit to the outside. Bonner is to the right side of Smith. Mountain Lions up 2. First drive of the second half. Smith steps back. He's going to look to run. He cuts up. Now he cuts to the outside, and he is brought down at about the 49-yard line. So we'll give him 4.
Gavin Dunkel, the sophomore. Great tackle. Reads that play. Mountain Lions only rushed 3 on that one and kind of brought number 22. By the way, Mosley's not on defense. Takir Davis, sophomore, number 22.
And Davis made some big plays right before half. So they're giving him another opportunity. Maybe give Mosley a break. We'll see on the first offensive drive. But Smith is looking around. We're down to 15 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 6 from the 49-yard line. Mountain Lions are in a 3-5. Quick pass to the outside. And are they calling a catch? They're calling it a completion, as nobody was out with Hargrove. But they're going to give him a 7-yard completion.
Completion to Elijah Hargrove.
That's his 3rd catch.
Quick little sideline pass there, and they get the first down.
So 1st and 10 at the 43. Carlisle looking around again. Mountain Lions look like they're coming. Harrington is coming from the outside. Jones gets through, but ball is caught at the 25, and Schwartz runs it down to the 12. So that's going to be a gain of 30. As the defender went for the ball, was not able to get it.
This is like a repeat of the first quarter.
He now has 5 receptions for 114 yards and that 1 touchdown.
Killing flies like crazy up here. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Trips to the left and a wide receiver left. Hand off to Bonner. Bonner comes left. Tries to cut back right, and he gets inside the 5, gets a first down, and I think he's going to get it to about the 2. Now they're going to put it right at the 3.
Mountain Lions are on their heels. It looked like they had him stopped.
Calling it first down? No, they're calling it 2nd and 1. Here's Bonner again. He cuts up the middle, and he's going to go into the end zone.
Touchdown of the 4.
So Bonner got 9, and then he got 3 for the touchdown.
And they just run that hurry up. And Mountain Lions are definitely on their heels on that drive.
So we come out after half. Carlisle takes the opening drive, goes 80 yards for the touchdown in 5.5 minutes. And they retake the lead. We're setting up for the kick. Kick is up and blocked. So the Mountain Lions get a hand on the ball, and they give up the 6.
I didn't see who got it, but
on a 3-yard run from Bonner. Well, the Mountain Lions need to produce the same thing on the opposite side. Now coming out, they need to have their offense put a drive together. And we know Mountain Lions have put together some 8, 10, 12-minute drives. The score is now 19-15 Carlisle. One other score locally, just before the half, Hollidaysburg is losing to Danville tonight, 14-7.
so unlike the last time they come out at halftime here a couple weeks ago against CD East, and there was no Braun Mosley. He is out there dressed on the sideline tonight, so I think he's just resting on defense.
So we've seen the kicks tonight. We've had 3 of them go out of bounds, and the Mountain Lions start. And the other one, when he kicked from the 20, he squibbed it down the middle. And this kick squibs on the right side, goes right to the up man. He takes it, cuts all the way across, and is going to be brought down, I believe. Was that Hazelwood on the carry?
No, that's Aiden Deal.
Okay, so Aiden Deal, that was number 2. I thought it was 3. So the Mountain Lions will take over 1st and 10 from the 27. And as you said, Mosley is out with the offense. Rain has slowed down a little from sort of the middle to the end of the second quarter, but it is still coming down. Morocco calls the play. This time is the first time we've seen 3 receiver set. Now there's twins left and Corso to the right. And LaRocco's going to attempt his first pass. He throws it up.
Wide open.
And Amy Ballas is open over the middle, and he's trying to run away and gets tackled at the 32-yard line. So that's going to go for 45 yards.
23 and 18, 41 yards.
So that's the first pass tonight.
Severely underthrown, but he was so open. If he threw it a little bit further, that might have been all the way for Amy Ballas on that one. But nonetheless, big play for the Mountain Lions to get things going here.
And that was the first time they came out sort of in a passing formation. Now they'll come back out in their, they're going to be split. 1 receiver each side and double wings from the 31. And there's a whistle. And the Mountain Lions going to take a quick timeout.
Timeout, Altoona. It's our first time out.
So there's something Coach Niedermeyer did not like in that formation. So he called a quick timeout.
I don't know if the play clock was down. I didn't see the play clock, but that's
Well, Chris, stop bringing the flies to my side of the booth, okay?
Yeah, where are they all coming from?
I don't know. The heat kicked on tonight, so either might be killing them or something. But we've had a lot of flies up here. But again, the Mountain Lions looking to retake the lead. They are down 19-15 in the second half. This is their first drive. Drive started nice with a 41-yard pass from LaRocco to Amy Ballas. Well, they come back out in the same formation. Carlisle has the outside men covered with corners and 9 men in the box. And here comes a reverse.
There you go. Those are the kinds of plays that we haven't seen much out of the Mountain Lions.
And this is going to get inside the 10. So from the 31 down to...
There's a flag on the play.
Oh, there's a penalty. Where's the penalty flag?
Right on the 20.
So that's got to be from that group of receivers. There's going to be a hold from there. So it should be a spot foul, come back to the 31 and basically neglect the entire play.
Turn to play. Illegal block in the back, number 84 on the offense. That'll be a spot foul, 10 yards. We're going to replay first down.
And that is the first foul penalty on the Mountain Lions tonight.
It's like it never happened. It's right back. It's exactly 1st and 10. It's like the play never happened. But I've been begging for misdirection for I don't know how long. I love that call. Love that play call, and you see how it worked because they have not done much of it. And these teams are keying on that option play.
Now Mosley takes it. He's going to get inside the 25. They're going to pretty much mark him right at the 25, so a gain of 6.
Ron Mosley, Clark on the stop.
So Mosley currently has 999 yards on the season. Just had to throw that in there.
He's looking a little sore out there. He's walking a little bit gingerly.
He's got 112 tonight and the 2 touchdowns.
And that could explain why he's not playing defense. He's kind of maybe a little beat up. But it's not affecting his offense, that's for sure. He's ready to go over 1,000.
There's the ball.
And there he goes,
the over 1,000. Gets close to the first down, but we're going to give him only 3. He still goes over 1,000.
Ron Mosley, free to pop up.
And we're 3rd and 1. Last time we had a 3rd and 1, we saw Dante LaRocco taking himself right up the middle, following his center. And again, when Mosley's getting this type of, production out of that running back position, you got to credit that line. That line has done an outstanding job blocking and making just enough crease for him to get into it and then get some push. So handoff to Mosley. No, Rocco keeps it. He spins, and I think on that spin, he's going to get the first down. He's inside the 21.
On the carry.
And we're getting some change outs up front as we get 3 receivers all coming out. So we sent in a couple linemen, so I think we're going to see some loaded left, loaded rights. So LaRocco 2 yards there. And there's Jones in the backfield. And the pitch to Mosley. He's trying to follow Jones, goes through, gets contact at the 12, drives the kid backwards and flips him down, and he gets down to the 8. So that's a gain of 13, his biggest run of the night.
Hurdles one guy, lands, runs over another guy. Just fun to watch. Bron Mosley's fun to watch. He's football personified, honestly.
So here's that same formation. Now this time it's to the left.
Yep. Big number 55 in there, ready to lead the way.
And there's that pitch. And somebody dives through, hits Mosley low. He'll only get a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 7.
Mosley on the carry.
Still that pitch that tight.
Mosley tackled Mosley again on that one. Giovanni Mosley.
So this time he went low instead of going high, because last time when he went high, Altoona Mosley ran him over.
Yeah.
Lined up again for the right side. Pitch. Mosley gets it inside the 5, inside the 3, and he goes into the end zone. And
touchdown.
Ron Mosley, 7-yard touchdown. The Mountain Lions take the lead.
His 14th rushing touchdown of the year.
27 carries now tonight, and we are at 2:33 of the 3rd quarter. And as you said, he's hobbling over to the sideline.
It's hard to, like, something's bugging him. It's hard to say what it is. Not enough to keep him out of the game, but something's bugging him.
Harrington's kick is up, and it is good. So the Mountain Lions put another score on the board, and it is now 22-19. So on that exchange, Carlisle got 6, Mountain Lions got 7, so they're up by 3. Well, what you called for Carlisle and what I called for Altoona both happened. Carlisle came out, passed the ball down, had that big play to Schwartz, and went 30 yards down inside the 10, and then Bonner did the rest from there and took it in. And then the Mountain Lions relied on Mosley and a couple, other plays. The one was the one pass play. The only time they've lined up in that split formation with 2 receivers one side, and he trails across the middle. And Amy Ballas picks up a 41-yard reception and got the Mountain Lions inside Carlisle territory, and then Bron Mosley took care of the rest.
And the pass wasn't pretty. I mean, it was very lobby and underthrown, but Amy Ballas was so open that, they were able to complete it and make that big play and propelled the Mountain Lions downfield. They got to find a way to get to the quarterback here.
So Harrington kicks it down to the 1, and it is going to be run out from the 1. And I believe that is Schwartz, and he does get the right sideline. He tries to cut back. He's out all the way to the 40. He made some nice moves and showed a little speed getting to that sideline. And they're going to bring it out to the 41-yard line. So Carlisle will keep it going. 2:24 remaining, third quarter. Again, Jim Abbott and Chris Strohmeyer bringing you all the action of Altoona Mountain Lion football. We'll be back next week for Cumberland Valley. You got a sort of an ace formation as you got 2 receivers both side. And Carlisle's just going to hand it to Bonner. He goes up, and we're going to give him 3.
Yeah, they like running out of the spread. That's kind of their thing.
Well, on the evening now, Bonner has 11 carries, 32 yards, but that one big touchdown. Both teams floating about 200 total yards. Smith waiting for the snap. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to run to the left. He's still looking. He's got nobody on him. Now there's a late blitz. He breaks away from it, and he gets hit from behind. I think that was Harrington, and tackles him right at the line of scrimmage. So
Harrington
no yards.
Chased him from deep, then ran past him, then came back. All that for a no gain. There's a lot going on there, and no gain. But all that. Why did that happen? Great coverage by the Mountain Lions. They got to a guy, stayed with him. The scramble drill, a lot of times you leave your guy open. They did not, and they were able to get this thing
4
going.
Receivers to the right. The Mountain Lions didn't have them all covered. Here's that tight end. There's that screen, and he caught it on his knee.
Yep, caught it on his knee.
So it's now 4th and 7. Big play here for Carlisle. And the coaches haven't made the decision yet what they're going to do, as that was number 8. He got no yardage on the gain.
They're marking him back at the 43.
Oh, did they mark him as a yard loss?
Yeah, he lost a yard. So it's 4th and 8, and they're going for it.
Well, this is a big defensive play for the Mountain Lions.
I guess their coach figures, hey, we haven't stopped them, unless they're going to try to draw them offside. But
they would have to do that twice.
Yeah.
There goes a man back behind. He's going to punt. He's going to punt. They did a weird formation so that the Mountain Lions had nobody back, and they are going to get the roll as it's going inside the 20, and it's going to stop right around the 16. So number 9, we don't know if that was their regular punter or not.
Well, number 50 was back there when it was snapped over his head in the end zone, so I'm going to say
that was Akeem.
Yeah.
Who punted, and it started as a short punt, but then it got some roll all the way down to the 16.
That was a good call to try to flip some field position. The only problem is Carlisle has not been able to stop the Mountain Lions. So we'll see if Mountain Lions.
Well, 9 seconds to go in the third quarter, so the Mountain Lions are going to run one play, and then they'll switch ends of the field. Mountain Lions up 22-19. Carlisle runs out a late defender. It's a tight formation once again, and instead of Mosley, this is coming around the end, and this is Amy Ballas. He makes two nice cuts. He's going to break out, and then as he slows down, he got caught from behind. So he's going to get up to the 23, are we giving him? So he gets 7 yards.
Yeah, they're going to give him 7. And that's the end of the quarter, I think.
And the Mountain Lions will move into the fourth quarter with a 22-19 lead as both teams drove and scored on their open possession of the second half. The Mountain Lions stopped Carlisle on that possession. And they are now on their second possession, and they would like to put a nice long drive together here. They got a 2nd and 3 to start.
Boy, I mean, if you could order something up right now, you would order up a long touchdown drive, right, for the Mountain Lions. Eat up some clock, go up 2 scores. That's exactly what you would want to do here, starting this fourth quarter. A good 7-8 minute one, leave them like 4 or 5 minutes. That's it. I mean, you'd like the whole quarter, but I don't know if that's possible. That would really be just getting a first down on fourth down every time, like a 19-play drive. That could happen, but it's probably not going to happen. But a long one resulting in a touchdown would be exactly what you want here.
Yeah, because if you score a touchdown, you're up more than one possession,
right?
Regardless of the extra
make
point.
It a 2-possession game, because obviously Carlisle has shown the quick ability to score. So you don't want that to come into the play here. So get up more than one score, and it prevents against that.
In the Battle of Central Dauphin tonight, Central Dauphin is beating East 42-14.
Yeah, C to East is very disappointing. That game we played against them up here, we did not play very well at all. That was kind of disappointing.
Cumberland Valley still out in front of State College as they fake the option and just give it to Mosley, and he is very close to that first down.
Just 3rd and 1. How many times 3rd and 1 tonight? And it's where they want to be. It's perfect for them. The way that big offensive line's getting a push. They have Calvin Troutman back that line. They haven't had him in several games. Offensive line is at full strength now for the Mountain Lions tonight, and they're showing very well tonight.
Oh, there's Mosley. He's hit, but he dives forward. I don't think he got it. I think he's going to be about a half yard short, and they're actually marking him almost back to the 30. So it's going to be 4th and about a half yard. And at this point, what are the Mountain Lions going to do?
Yeah, you got to go. I mean,
you're up 3, and here comes the punting.
They're going to punt it. It would be gutsy, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to stop you.
Well, remember, Carlisle hasn't been rushing the punts. So let's see here what they do. And they don't come in much. Arrington takes his time. He gets off another nice kick. And it's going to hit at the 30, and it's going to bounce to about the 26, 27-yard line. They'll mark it at the 26. So that was a 49-yard kick in the air.
That was a great punt.
And Carlisle, after getting a 3 and out, which is big, they have not got many of them since that first drive tonight, will take over. They're down 3, and they'll get 1st and 10 on their own 25.
I probably would have went for it. Coach Niedermeyer makes the smart play, but I probably would have went for it there.
So Mountain Lions playing a 3-5 right now because of the passing game. They have 3 guys up front, 5 linebackers. And Smith calls for the ball. He's going to throw it deep over the middle, and he just overthrows everybody. And the coaches were yelling at the free safety to come up and play on the ball.
And if he wanted to take Hargrove out there to the far side for about a first down easy, he was wide open, nobody around him.
Well, Hargrove has been doing that all night. He's been going out 8 to 10 yards and sitting right on the sideline.
He's over there again. And they throw it to him this time.
And
he takes it. He takes his 8
they're
or 9.
going to give him
whatever.
9, so it's going to be third and less than a yard.
Pass completed to Elijah Hargrove.
This is just a quick run. Bonner, he's going to pick up 2.
Chance Bonner. Stopped by Gavin Dunkel.
First and 10, Carlisle. 9:56.
And that's a first down for Carlisle.
Bonner is going to the outside, so you got trips to the left. You have a different wing back than we normally have. Here comes Bonner in motion, and they're going to fake handoff. They're looking left, and there's the throw, and right to Schwartz. Is that Schwartz?
Yep.
And
He
he's
caught
going to
it.
pick up 13 yards.
Pass completed to number 3, Carson Schwartz.
And he just like stared at him the whole way. Stared him down, threw it to him. And the Mountain Lions could do nothing about it. There's a nice play by Vukovic on Bonner. Bonner gets the handoff and kind of like falls forward for a yard, but Vukovic was in there to make that play.
Gain of 1.
So Bonner picks up 1. It's 2nd and 9. Trips and running back to the right side here. Mountain Lions are showing a blitz. So Smith backs off, recalls.
Now see, that left tackle got up quickly, like before everybody else.
2nd and 9. And they fake the handoff. Smith steps up and he's going to go down. And he fights his way almost back to the line of scrimmage. But he's going to lose a yard.
The initial hit by number 5, Logan Vukovic.
So Vukovic gets a sack. And there's some extracurricular.
I don't know what happened, but I think Vukovic is going to get the penalty. He was very upset. Like he got thrown down, but then he got up, and somehow he was very upset.
So where it would be a 3rd and 10, this penalty flag is going to be very important.
There's 2 fouls on the play.
Okay,
Offsetting.
he's going to call it on
One
both
by
teams.
Sheen. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 11 on the offense.
And that's probably fair.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 5 on the defense. Those penalties offset. We're going to replay first down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, it's after the play.
It's
you
after
don't
the
replay
play,
it.
and it's 3rd down.
And it's third
It's
down.
3rd down.
Correction, that was after the play, 2nd down.
It's third
It's 3rd down. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
My goodness gracious.
Another correction. 1st down. Another correction. 2nd down. 3rd down. So 3rd and 10. This is a big play for the Mountain Lion defense.
And there's that left tackle hopping up quick.
Yeah, maybe they can say 4th down. Well, he might be hopping up, but he's not actually getting in he's not putting his hand down in a stance.
I know, but you can't simulate that either.
Pass over the middle, and
That's
it's thrown to the
incomplete.
outside. Looking for Hargrave again, but it's incomplete. So 4th and 10.
Now
At this
midfield,
point in
they
the
may
game-
go for it, I think. Right in the 4th, you got 8 minutes left.
Incomplete pass.
That's a big call. Here comes number 9
Fourth
again.
down.
So that's Hakeem. And the Mountain Lions might be doing the same setup. They're not going to snap the ball. Well, let's see if Hakeem comes around behind. Here he comes. They're going to punt. They're going to snap the ball to Hakeem, and here comes the punt. And he barely gets it off, and it's not a good kick as it goes out of bounds very quickly. And I'm going to say it's out of bounds about the 43-yard line. Whoa. They're marking it to 37 when it hit the middle of the track.
Yeah, that's not. I don't understand that.
A pair of glasses that were turned into the press box.
Well, Mountain Lions now with 8:02 left in the game, they could put a long drive together
Stop up at the press box.
and have a chance to really put Carlisle on their heels.
Okay, you did it once. You don't run the same trick play twice. Like, the Mountain Lions are like, oh, I'm just going to go try to block this. It's a non-punter back there. It's really close to the line, and look what happens. Because they saw the same play. Like, why? You can't do that twice. You just punt the stupid ball if you're going to punt it. That's silly right there.
Rocco under center. There goes the motion man. Given to Mosley. And he's going to get himself out to the 40. So it's going to be a gain of 2.
Mosley. Stop by Colton.
Bringing an extra lineman in, receiver out, extra lineman in. Look for the unbalanced line here from the Mountain Lions.
Actually, that was a gain of 3. But it's still a 2nd and 7. So big play for the Mountain Lions.
Unbalanced line to the left.
And there's the handoff to Mosley. He comes through. He gets hit about the 42. He probably gets to the 43. So it's another 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. And again, we said we will take 3 yards at a clip because that means you're going to be at a 4th and 1. And at the 50 or the 47, you'll probably see the Mountain Lions go for it.
Right. 7 minutes now in running.
32 carries right now for Mosley.
3rd and 5.
143 yards. Motion around. I thought they kept it. This time they did give it to Mosley. He only gets 1. So you're going to be sitting on a 4th and 3. And the Mountain Lions are going to punt.
Yeah, you have to punt this. You can't go for a
6:25 to go in the game. Mountain Lions up 3. And another possible 3 and out. Mountain Lions are hoping to change field position and pin Carlisle back deep.
MJ Harrington's done a great job punting so far tonight. They need another big one out of him right here.
Snap, one bounce.
Snap.
Harrington takes the ball. He gets it away again. A nice kick down to Schwartz at the 15. He's going to try to get to the left corner, and he gets outside the 2 Mountain Line men. He's got a wall in front of him. He goes down the left side and out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
It's a great kick, and Mountain Lions are down there. Schwartz is quicker than they think, and they're not taking the right angle at him.
Well, he had a 40-yard return earlier in the game. That time he gets a 15-yard return, and they're going to mark it at the 40. .5:45 to go in the game. Carlisle looking for the drive for the lead. They got trips to the right. They're stacking to the right side, and they got that one receiver, Hargrove, up to the left. Yeah, that's not Hargrove. They move him in a little. I believe that is Stroud. And they're going to fake the handoff. Smith drops back. He looks to throw over the middle. There's Schwartz, but it was hit.
Colin Height had his eyes on the ball and just bounced off his fingers. Good read, tremendous read. Smith threw late back over the middle, and Height drifted in. He did not see Height at all.
Smith is 13 for 19 right now, 195 yards. 2nd and 10. 5:38 to go in the game. 2 receivers both sides. And there's a different receiver, running back in the backfield. We have not seen him before. That's Colton, flanker. Now there was a clock problem, so the official reset it. 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line.
.43 is Colton Fraker. Colton Fraker in the backfield. We haven't seen him there.
And again, it looked like Smith just wanted to throw the ball away.
Yep.
And Vukovic again.
Vukovic
tackles
on the
him at the
sack.
39.
Deron Jones clean it up. Third and long here
Third
for
and 11.
Carlisle.
11, that was Barclay he was trying to get the ball to, but he threw it behind him.
At tight end, Barclay is very active in this offense, and he was kind of open. It's just it was a difficult throw for Smith, rolling to his right,
So
turning back against his body.
4:23, and they have all of their timeouts. 4th and 11, they're going to go for it. Well, they're going to line up to go for it. Is number 9 in the game?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope.
So, yeah, he is. He's out, and he's the first guy. He's going to swing
he's the
around
first
behind.
guy.
So they're looking for a call on 4th and 11. Akeem's going to come in motion, and there's a timeout by Carlisle.
No, I mean, honestly, okay, so you just did that twice in a row and punted. Now what if you do that same thing
And you actually
and
go
you
for
actually
it.
go for it and run a play? Like, you might catch the Mountain Lions, sleeping a little bit there, but
at a 4th and 11, that's a little bit too
right.
big of a
And
chance to take.
they have their first team defense. It's not like they have their punt team out there, punt return team out there. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting call here. You're 1-7. You're on the road. You probably just go for it. I mean, right? I mean, there's 4:53 left in the game. The way the Mountain Lions run the ball, you may not get the ball back. I mean, honestly.
No, we've said that, but the last 2 drives have been 3 and outs.
They have, right?
So the Mountain Lions are dropping a punt returner, and here comes the actual punter.
The regular punter, number 50, that we haven't seen since the ball got snapped over his head out of the end zone. Noah McDaniels.
So good snap. McDaniels steps up.
Aiden Deal
kicks
just
it.
catch it.
It's a
Catch
short
the
punt.
ball.
He gets it on, and he
There's
runs up
nobody
the
back there.
sideline. He gets almost out to the 50. We're going to give him Aiden Deal out to the 47.
There was absolutely nobody on coverage. Nobody at all. That was the strangest thing.
I think they were on all block protection, which you're not sure why, because that took a big bounce.
Yeah.
So Deal, who, like you were saying, you should just want to cover that ball.
Should have just went for it. It would ended up, what, a 10-yard net, if that?
If that. Yep. Because they needed to get to the 45 to get a first down, so it was about a 9-yard net.
Now, the Mountain Lions have to make them pay for this, right? You get a couple first downs, run this clock.
Well, the Mountain Lions have only tried 1 pass all night.
Hopefully number 23 has a little bit left in the gas tank here.
And they get the option. Dante LaRocco takes it, goes up, and gets a first down. He's going to get 11 yards on that speed option. He looked out at Amy Ballas, did not pitch it, cut up, and get an 11-yard first down. So the Mountain Lions get a first down, move the ball, and more importantly, they're in Carlisle territory at the 41-yard line.
Big play by LaRocco there.
So the Mountain Lions want to milk the clock.
Keeps that clock going.
It's down to 4:16. They can run it under 4 minutes. They have 21 seconds before they, or 21 seconds before they have to snap. So they'll get their set line up. Probably telling LaRocco to snap at about 5 seconds. It's down to 8. LaRocco set. This time he hands it to Mosley, and Mosley just keeps going, and he's close to another first down. They're going to give him 9. He needed to get to the 31. He got to the 32. So there's another 9 for Mosley. And we're at 3:36. Mountain Lions don't need to snap it till about 3:12, 3:13. So they can take up as much clock as they need as they're picking up big chunks of yardage here in this drive. Oh, we got Jones in the backfield. So you got that loaded up left side. And they give it to Mosley. He gets the 1. He gets more.
That's big.
And there's another first down,
Fresh
down to
set
the
of downs.
29. So he gets 3 down to the 29 and 1st and 10 Altoona. So at some point, if you're Carlisle, you got to think about using your other 2 timeouts to stop this clock.
And you're up 3. So that means any score would be put them up a 2-score game. So if you're Carlisle, you can't just let them score. That won't really help you here.
Yeah.
You have to stop, hope for a turnover, claw at the ball, do what you got to do here.
So how important was that safety in that second quarter?
Yeah, that ends up being very important, right?
So So it looks like they're going to run the same play, pitch it to Mosley. He starts driving forward to the 25, to the 22. They're going to probably mark him on the 23, it looks like. So a gain of 6, though.
And this is exactly why we said that Coach Reddick is for Carlisle probably should not punt the ball on that last one. He probably should have went for it. This is what you're deathly afraid of. Yeah, they did stop him 3 and out, but like this is money time. What do you think they're going to do money time, right? They're going to run the ball to give it to their bread and butter. They're not going to do anything fancy.
There's the 2-minute mark. And the Mountain Lions don't need to snap for another 5 seconds. They do, and they give it to Mosley. He's caught in the backfield, so he does not get any yardage.
And they
he gets
call their first
back,
timeout
and there's
here.
a timeout, but now it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Timeout, Carlisle. That's their second timeout of the second half.
Well, he has more carries tonight than he had before. He's got 36 carries, 162 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Just, you know, workman's night for Braun. Over 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns on the year. Still 1 game to go, and probably 2, maybe more. It all depends if the Mountain Lions can get a little playoff run going. What was that Cumberland Valley State College score? Have you seen that recently?
I will check as we have the timeout. Can you read the Mountain Lion?
You're getting a hot
crew.
Cumberland Valley team coming in next week. As always, we'd love to thank the MLTV crew. We would also take a minute to thank them for bringing us tonight action. The kids are Caleb Gibson, Eli Ebersole, Laney Wilt, Mason Dale, Elena Saylor, Megan Kelly, and Adeline Himmelwright. So Mr. Site's program has been around for quite a while, since about 99, 2000, somewhere around there. And they do a great job. It's all students except for Jim and I here. That's it. We're the only ones that aren't
Rocco
students.
drops back to pass
Oh,
over the
wide
middle.
open.
And that is going to be a touchdown for Treese.
Touchdown for Treese.
Wow, that's a big play. They did not expect a pass as Rocco steps back, and Treese was down the middle by himself. And that's pretty much going to be the coffin for Carlisle, as that puts that nail in it. 138, Mountain Lions up 9, going for 10.
Yeah, that's a call that was there earlier when they sell out for the run. It's there now. You might want to say, why don't you just keep the ball and you win? But that still puts you up 2 scores. You take advantage of a score when you can get one. And the Mountain Lions here try to go up 10.
Well, Mountain Lions will improve. That was
And he missed it. He goes
wide right. So it's 28-19. 28 looks like a normal score.
Yeah.
But the Mountain Lions, with a win here tonight, will go up to 4 and 5. Carlisle dropped to 1 and 8. But great call for that little pop pass. The wing back is just going out by himself. Everybody's coming up to try to tackle Mosley. And the next thing you know, Treese was nobody around. And the one thing that LaRocco did on both passes, he gave it a little air so that the receiver can make an adjustment on the ball and be able to pick it up. And right there, 23-yard touchdown. So LaRocco passing tonight in his first start, 2 for 2, 64 yards and a touchdown. And then he ran the ball 5 times for 22 yards. A big one, that 11-yard pickup to start that drive.
Yeah, and you're right. And that one was not nearly as underthrown as that first one. So Treese certainly was able to get it and go the distance, where Amy Ballas on that first one had to wait it seemed like forever for that ball to come to him. And but hey, nonetheless, Mountain Lions up 9 here.
There's a little pooch, and it is to the up back 55.
He tries to call a fair catch after he caught it, but that doesn't work.
I don't know if he was calling a fair catch or trying to call blockers to come over in front of him. And they all went to the left. He went to the right, so he got tackled. And that is that freshman again.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's Smith's little brother.
I don't know.
As he catches the ball about the 27, brings it out to the 32.
He was saying he called a fair catch, but he called it after he caught the ball, I think, to my knowledge. I didn't see him beforehand. That was interesting. So 1:33 to kill here. And you know what's going to happen. you're going to have to get to the quarterback. This is fun for the defense, right? You get to rush the quarterback. This is what you get to do.
And there's a trips over here on the side. And 2 receivers out the other side, and there's a whistle. I think the Mountain Lions are going to call timeout to talk about the formation.
Timeout. Yeah.
They might only rush 3, but they probably need to loosen up a little in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, they're going to bring a random
linebacker
or 2, right, with their 3 down linemen, and they got to stay deep. You can't. I mean, okay, take a 25-yarder. Okay, we'll live to fight another day. You can't just take an automatic long pass here right away. That's the only way you can lose this game, by doing something like that and then giving them a chance to get an onside kick or something silly like that, right? So you got to have guys back. Nobody gets behind you. Nobody.
And with a 9-point lead, they need 2 scores regardless. So the Mountain Lions, they don't care if they give up some yardage, because if they keep it in front of them, there's going to be time against Carlisle. The clock will run. First down, they'll reset it and then run again. And we saw how their clock management was in the first half.
Right. Carlisle has 1 timeout left, so.
But they had to waste 2, really, on situations they probably didn't need to. 1 on the punt.
Right.
And then 1 in that last series. So you have trips to the left. You have 1 receiver to the right, but you're going to see Bonner going out, so it's 2 out there. Mountain Lions only bringing 3. And Smith will set up, try to hit his man down the sideline, overthrows him. And that was interesting, because they all went 20 yards and stopped.
Yeah.
They all sat down. 2 on the inside hashes and then 2 on the outside hashes.
The Mountain Lions only rushed 3, dropped 8. And they were pretty much built a wall across the field on that one. That was a good job of staying in your area, picking up a guy. And that could have been completed if the receiver was about 6'8", but there wasn't enough room really for him.
Again, Smith is a left-handed passer, and he's throwing it on the run to the right. And there, overthrow Schwartz, and it also went through a couple Mountain Lions, as that ball had a lot of zip on it. And we're now at 3rd and 10, 121. So you asked about the State College score. They are 10-10 in the 4th quarter now.
Wow.
So that's a barn burner there. Locally, Danville's 21, Hollidaysburg 14 in the 4th. Mountain Lions making a change. Smith getting set. They're going to throw a tight end screen to Schwartz. He's going to pick up some yardage and get tackled out of bounds about the 47-yard line. So we're going to give him 48-yard line. We'll give him 16.
MJ Harrington calling height on the stop of Carson Schwartz.
And they're continuing this hurry up to try to keep the Mountain Lions on. Even though the clock stopped, they want to keep the Mountain Lions on their heels.
They fake to Bonner. They're going to throw it out in the flat, and it is dropped. Schwartz that time just dropped the ball.
Incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
And the Mountain Lions had a defender out there. That was Chisholm.
Mikey Chisholm.
That even if Schwartz caught that, it looked like he was going to be hit immediately. So they have twins on the left, twins on the right. Bonner to the left. Mountain Lions just need to keep an eye on Schwartz as Bonner goes to the outside. Schwartz is cutting across the middle. They're going to try to throw the deep end in and out of the hands.
That's fortunate for the Mountain Lions. Great protection. Smith had all day.
And Stroud had the ball, started the turn, and basically hit him in the shoulder pads and bounced right back out. So we're now at 3rd and 10.
3rd down.
1:02 to go in the game. Mountain Lions up 9.
And that's the kind of play that we really said we don't want to have happen.
Because he catches that ball, he's going to go. He was
right
in between the 2 safeties. Well, now we have quads to the left on 3rd and 10. And they're looking for that sort of screen mix, trying to hit Schwartz deep, and it's just deep. And
intercepted.
Did Branson Adams intercept it? He did. The first turnover of the game goes to Branson Adams. And the Mountain Lions will come away tonight with a win as we're down to 54 seconds. There are 1 timeout for Carlisle, but I doubt he's going to take it. So the Mountain Lions are going to have to kneel it either 2 times or 3. But overall, what can you say about the Mountain Lions tonight? They came out with a little adversity. Carlisle picked them apart early. And again, Smith is a pretty good quarterback. He was 14 for 23, 200 and basically 11 yards.
Yeah, he
2
can
touchdowns.
spin it. He can spin it. He can throw the ball. I mean, there's no doubt. If you give him time, he had a couple drops here in this last drive. He might have drove them down for a touchdown. He just kind of threw that one like as a desperation. They did like a pump and go.
LaRocco takes a knee. It's down to
Adams just picks it
51. And Carlisle has not used the timeout, so they just have to go ahead and kneel it down one more time. For the Mountain Lions, again, 36 carries, 162 yards for Braun Mosley, 3 touchdowns. But sort of the behind the scenes here tonight was Dante LaRocco in his first start, 22 yards rushing and 64 yards passing. But man, did he have a couple big plays in that second half. The touchdown at 23 yards to Treese, and then the 41-yarder to Amy Ballas to get the Mountain Lions back on track after Carlisle took the lead. So Mountain Lions will come away with a victory tonight, 28-19. Great game for the Mountain Lions. We look forward to seeing you next week as Cumberland Valley comes into town. What's your thoughts on tonight's game, Chris?
Well, this game started out different from almost all the other games Mountain Lions have played. Every single game they played, even when they lost, they started out pretty quickly, were even, or even had the lead in most of these games. They started out slow tonight. And you know what? They didn't let them get it down. They handled the adversity. They hadn't handled the rough first quarter, and they come out and played a tremendous second quarter. Not even let Carlisle run, 3-4 offensive plays, or a couple at the end. And then from then on out, they lost the lead in the third quarter. They didn't panic. They drove down, took the lead, held it for the rest of the game. So, credit to these Mountain Lions and coming back, and the guy in his first start, Dante LaRocco, making a couple plays in crucial situations, and the Mountain Lions come away with this big win. Big game left. They can finish the year 500 next week, 5-5, which is a little bit of progress from where they have been in the past.
Well, they need to come out and play with Cumberland Valley. You get them here. Teams usually have trouble starting here. Carlisle didn't, but the Mountain Lions come away with a victory tonight, move to 4-5, and improve their chances of getting a home game in the semifinal round of the District 6 playoffs. I again would like to thank the Mountain Lion crew, the TV crew that is here with us tonight. These kids bring you all the games. They do everything behind the scenes. They bring you all the video and the graphics. Tonight's crew was Caleb Gibson, Eli Ebersol, Laney Wilt, Mason Dale, Elena Saylor, Megan Kelly, and Adeline Himmelwright. For all of them and Doug Sipes, I'm Jim Abbott along with Chris Strahlmeyer. Mountain Lions come away with another victory tonight, 28-19 over the Thundering Herd of Carlisle. Thank you, and we'll see you